I'm rapidly becoming a big underground success in this town.
See, in another 25 years, you'll be able to shake their hands in broad daylight.
Welcome to the Black Irish Podcast. Welcome to an all-new episode of the Black Irish Podcast with Mike Crawford, myself, Brendan McCorkle. Mike, you're back!
I am back. Mike, I thought you were going to say I'm black. I was going to say I'm black too, Brendan.
Hey, if that's what you identify as, Mike, then black you are. Oh, man. So, you weren't feeling so well last week, but we got you back in full form this week. You just have some weird body issues, man. You got some chest stuff, some back stuff. I got some weird shit too, but you have like the bronchitis thing you said is kind of easy for you to get, right?
Yeah, no. I have bronchitis. It goes in and out, man. But the rest of the pains are just from being old, bro.
Dude,
and sitting sucks. Incorrectly and stuff like that. But it's all good.
I'm finding that like the older I get, even like mildly older, like just month to month, I'm finding stuff like my sinuses are officially jacked for the rest of my life. When I wake up in the morning, I have to blow my nose into a paper towel like 4 giant times because a tissue will just rip to shreds. My giant snot boogers rocketing out of this freaking hill of a nose of mine. But so I've heard that nasal spray is good for all that kind of stuff, just nasal spray, whatever. But I also heard that you get addicted to it. Like, it clears out your sinuses so well that you're constantly doing it, and then as soon as you stop, you feel like you can't breathe. So I'm like, dude.
Well, it's also drugs in there, bro.
Is it?
You might be addicted to the drugs.
Yes, there's drugs.
It's like Saline, or I don't know, something in there, man, that helps clear it out. Like, there's a drug in nasal spray.
So do you get addicted to the drug or addicted to the feeling of having clear sinuses?
I'm presuming there's something to do with the drug, bro.
Well, that's usually how they make stuff, is so that you get addicted to it and keep buying it.
Exactly.
But what's worse, being addicted to nasal spray and having to buy nasal spray for the rest of your life and possibly shooting a hole in your nose, or living with the current regimen that will continually get worse as I get older, more nose hairs, bigger boogers, less travel.
Man, that's your second boogers reference already, but we're not even like 3 minutes in.
Well, your nose and ears keep growing.
You think?
That's a thing.
It is. I don't know, man. Like you just told me, I learned my something new for today.
You've never seen old people earlobes being like, bro, did you like stretch those things out? Where's
that's a matter of just hanging, because everything kind of falls the older you get. But
and
I don't know if it actually grows.
Okay, your nose is doing something that the rest of your body doesn't do. All of your body's natural thing is to go towards the floor. Your nose is fighting gravity to stick straight out like a diving board. So eventually that thing is going to start to sag and get bigger, man. The weight is going to come down. And then you got mustache boogers because your nose hair grows into your mustache and you can't tell where it is. It's gross, bro.
I'm glad I don't got to worry about that, bro.
I got ulcers still. I got to take a test for that. Yeah, they were saying that there's like a pre-existing condition in some people that called H. pylori, that's like a bacteria that just gives you ulcers. And they're like, hey, if you can figure it out and take care of it, then it's good. But some people just get ulcers. So
I thought I had ulcers at one point. It was just bad eating.
Oh, I've had ulcers for sure. Like in the ER, like, I think I'm okay. But they just give you
every time I went, I thought I had an ulcer, and it was just stool in my stomach because I had ate some dairy.
Yeah, but you got that lactose thing going on, which, by the way, sucks. That's a weird body thing that you got. It's not weird, but it sucks. It's an ailment that's awful.
Why is it an ailment, sir? I enjoy my meals. I enjoy the food that I eat. I don't need to eat things that contain lactate, bro.
I'm just saying that you should have the option of everything. I mean, you do have the option of everything, but some with repercussions. I wish you could enjoy ice cream without repercussions. That's all, Mike.
They have dairy-free ice cream. If I want some ice
But
cream,
it's not
I'll
as
go have ice
good.
cream.
And by the way,
How do you know it's not as good? Have you ever tried
yes,
it,
I
Brandon?
have. Yes, I have. By the way,
And so
Mike,
what makes it not as good?
it doesn't taste as
Because
delicious.
I've had regular ice cream before, and I don't see the difference in taste.
You're getting some shit ice cream, bro.
Bro, I've had the best ice cream. You think I practiced and followed these rules all my life of not eating cheese? I used to eat pizza. I used to have cereal until I was about 17 when I didn't want to deal with the pain of sitting on the toilet all day. Yes, I'm talking about my toilet issues on
Boogers and toilets.
podcast.
Here's what we're
Boogers
doing.
and toilets, baby.
That's the name of this episode now.
So, yes.
But with ice cream, okay, let me ask you this.
I used to eat butter pecan, actually. Oh, it used to be
that's
so
the shit.
good, bro.
Okay, I
That's
like
the
that.
shit.
See, we can agree on that. That's good. But when you get your like I like Ben and Jerry's. I grew up on Ben and Jerry's. It's a staple in my household, which obviously can be a problem. But like Ben and Jerry's always has like all these great flavor combos and this and that, and it always seems like they have one too many ingredients or they're one few. It's like, damn, did you also have to put pretzels in this? Fuck, it was fine without pretzels. Like, leave it alone. Or it's like, hey, we did all this and we got chocolate chips and chocolate chip cookies. You're like, throw some brownie chunks in there. Maybe a little Reese's. Dude, come on, man. Just bump it up that little bit. Seems like they're always off by one. I don't know. I need to talk to Ben or Jerry about this. Get it straightened out. But
Ben and Jerry, baby.
bro, I also I can put down some sweets when I want to. I don't usually. I'm not a very big sweet guy, but once I get going on the train, it's hard to stop. So like this past weekend, I helped my sister move into her new condo, and as a joke, I went to the store. Oh yeah, it's a bitchin' place. It's really nice.
And when
It
you
fits
can
her
afford
well.
your own condo in LA
she's
or California, it don't matter. Rent is still expensive in California. Don't worry.
Yeah. Rent is insane. It's like you could buy a house in Missouri for 6 months rent in certain places in Los Angeles. It's bananas.
Yeah,
But I went to the store to get all kinds of snacks and stuff for the the move and the afterhang. The afterhang's always cool on a moving day, but I got like this 2-pound box of like comically large chocolate candies that was like 3 feet long. I ended up eating like 2/3 of the box. Like over a pound of chocolate in, I don't know, an hour sitting. Just sitting there, just picking, munching on it.
I would never eat that much chocolate in my life.
Would you ever eat any much of that? Anything?
Yes.
Besides like a
Cool
steak?
Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch Doritos? That's your jam?
And I'm not supposed to have them.
And Sprite,
Bro.
right? Cool Ranch and Sprite?
Right.
I don't know what you just did, but you were kicking the shit out of your mic or something.
Oh.
You're good.
It was.
There it is. He's back.
My bad.
Have you ever
My
had
bad,
the?
my good people.
They don't make them anymore, but they had Buffalo Ranch Doritos.
Oh, the light blue bag.
The light
Never had
blue
them, though.
bag, bro. That was my favorite.
I'm a Cool Ranch fiend, man. I can eat Cool Ranch Doritos by like the bag.
We used to take nacho cheese Doritos, and this is my homeboy James's thing, was he would get Philadelphia cream cheese, just a standard block of cream cheese, pico de gallo, throw it on the top, and then you dip your nacho cheese Doritos in it. It sounds weird as
I
shit.
could never do that
I know.
because I can't have the cream cheese. But Cool Ranch Doritos dipped in some guac from Chipotle, bro. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. Forget those little chips they give you at Chipotle. Go get you some Cool Ranch Doritos.
I like that.
Listen, my good people. Next time you go to Chipotle, get yourself a thinker, guac. Go home. Cool Ranch Doritos, baby. Change your life.
Never going to Chipotle again. I was one of the lucky few that got that E. coli business that was running around for a while there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I
Sorry
made
to
a
hear
trip
that,
to
sir.
the ER and the whole 9 yards. They're like, you should stay. I'm like, I'm going home. What are you going to do? Hydrate me? I'll do that at home. I'm not paying, $1,500 to lay in his bed and not watch TV. Fuck
Yeah, because
off.
you're going to sleep. Because you
I
definitely
wasn't
go
going to
sleep.
sleep. They don't give you drugs when they hydrate you. I was just getting IVs. I'm like, fucking, I'll
Yeah,
grab
IV
some
put me to
Gatorade.
sleep for some reason, bro. Like, I don't know about you. They put me to sleep. I fall asleep anytime I go to the
Fall
hospital.
asleep for everything.
But for hospital, it's all my life. I've always, every time they put an IV in me, bro, I'm going to sleep in that bed. And the hospital beds are not even comfortable.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm so uncomfortable. I can't sleep. That's why I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. Dude, I had back surgery, 4 years ago now. I had a disc slipped and they had to go in and redo all kinds of crap, whatever. Not a huge thing, but it was back surgery nonetheless. I was like, get me the fuck out of here. As soon as they were done with surgery and I woke up, they're like, okay, we're going to do this and this and this. I was like, when can I go home? They're like, well, we'll keep you overnight and this and that. I was like, can you just give me drugs and I go home? And they're like, well, no, you have to be able to get up and walk across the room and sit in this wheelchair. I go, put her over there. 15 minutes after I woke up, they checked me out. I was at home, bro. I do not like staying in hospitals. I don't like being uncomfortable. I'm like, you're not going to give me much more of anything else except for monitor me not moving. I have, family for that. Somebody else can. I don't need to be here. I hate hospitals.
I hate the hospital. I do, but I always fall asleep. I don't know what it is about that saline solution. Out, buddy.
Well, I know what to have ready for you in your room next time you come. If you can't sleep, I'll have some saline next to you. Squirt it in your water. I'm sure it'll be fine. You won't get sick or anything. But going back to, I almost was sick eating all that fucking chocolate after my sister's move, but it was...
Almost is not done. It was just this weekend. Don't think it's over. You're still probably going to get sick from eating that much chocolate.
No. I got over that. Bro, I had ice cream that was Saturday. I had ice cream on Sunday night, which is not going whole down my diet route, but, you can take some weekends off every now and again. But especially after a move. Like a move, you're working your ass off all day, bro. And I'm a professional mover. A few episodes ago, we went over just in 3 years, I moved like 8 times. So I know how to move, But I'm there with my whole family. So I got my sisters, my dad, my mom, my brother, my nephew, my brother-in-law. It's like there's a bunch of people there. None of which, except for my mom and dad, are kind of have a rhythm and a rhyme to moving just because they've done it before. It's like my sisters have, but they're not the forefront of the moving committee. They're like, hey, what do we need to do? Let's do it. I'm like, listen, guys, just whatever I do. Look, when I move, you move. Just like that, okay? Like, just do what I'm doing and we go. And so there was a point where we were getting, setting stuff up and moving all this shit around and trying to get things put together. And it was like, all right, dude. It was like a strobe light went off in a mental institution. I'm like, everybody stop. Stop. We got to stop being crazy. Person who's living here now. Where do you want everything to go? Okay. Even though we all think it's not going to work, let's just put everything where it goes, then we'll move. You can't move while you're building shit and putting stuff together. It doesn't work. So we had to go through all that, but then it was like, all right, lunchtime, let's go take a break, go to lunch. We went to The Hat, which is the best pastrami sandwich ever. And there's one in Orange County, Pasadena, Simi Valley, all over the place. I'm sure they're franchised all over the country.
No, they're not.
But
don't worry. We don't even eat pastrami here.
They're
Don't worry,
awesome.
buddy.
All right. Maybe is that like a East Coast thing? Like the pastrami's not big over there? Except
and
in
just
New
so
York?
everyone knows, the list of the 50 best cities, the best cities to live in the U.S. came out the other day, and Virginia is ranked number 3. Just so the world knows.
Didn't you just say the best cities to live in, and you said Virginia?
I mean states. The best state. I said 50 though. I said 50. I just left it to cities.
Yeah, it could have been the top 50 states, Mike.
It was the top 50 states.
Shit. Now you got me confused. The top 50 cities, you asshole.
No. See, God don't like ugly, man. It comes back that quick. 50 states. Actually 51, because they got DC on there, but it's ranked 51, so I guess you don't really got to count it if you don't want.
What about Costa Rica? What about the Dominican Republic?
Neither one of those are on there, buddy.
All right, man.
But Virginia is 3.
Virginia is 3. Who's 1?
I bet you can't guess 1 and 2. If you actually thought about it, you probably could.
Is Montana up
Absolutely not.
Hey, fucking why? Absolutely not. It's just because they don't have the votes. They don't have the populace.
Who would want to live in Montana, bro?
A fucking lot of people.
Yeah, that don't want to do nothing else with life but live in Montana. Like, there's
That's
nothing
right.
else going in Montana
What's
but
wrong
living
with
in
that?
Montana.
What's wrong with living in Montana and being totally cool with
But
that?
to win a vote, you need a mixture of, a little bit of all and everything, bro.
I don't know, man. Okay, so let me see. Is California and New York 1 and 2?
Absolutely not.
I didn't think so. All right, so we'll say...
Number 1 should be easy to guess because if you really thought about it, you would know. But I knew you wouldn't guess it because I knew you wouldn't really think about it. See?
All right, so let me give you 2 legitimate answers. I'm going to say Texas and Florida.
No.
Okay, what is it?
Hawaii is 1. If you really thought about it, that would have been easy.
Do that.
Number 2 is the place where all the drugs are legal, baby. All the drugs are legal.
Amsterdam.
No, Colorado. Cocaine is legal.
Yeah, but you can't buy it at the store.
No, but you can get caught with it and you won't go to jail. I mean, you can just go get it.
That doesn't mean that it's legal.
No, it's literally like they made it legal in the last
I know, but
it's pretty much legal.
Okay, it's legal to hold a certain amount. It's not as open. You make it sound like go to Colorado and do a bunch of drugs like Amsterdam. Colorado is not Amsterdam.
No. What I'm saying is that's probably why they would put it at the second base place to leave in America.
For sure.
Because you can just go.
Yeah, it's like if you can get across state line with all your nefarious shit, then you're good. Go to the mountain, go hiking, do whatever you're gonna do in Colorado.
And they have concealed carry there. Like, how did that place even work?
See, it should not work. It should either be guns are legal or drugs are legal. You can't have both.
Can't have both, bro.
You're just asking for trouble, Colorado.
Like, bro, I don't understand how it works there. I don't understand how it's not like crazy going on up there.
But that may be one of those things where Colorado's like, look, if we put everybody on the same playing field, we're going to go, look, everybody has drugs and guns. And everybody's like, fuck, never mind. I'm not going to mess with anybody.
Everybody's good. We're all drugged up with guns on our hip. Let's just have fun together.
Oh, shit.
Man.
All right, man. Well,
is that what you want to call it? I don't mind bats swung at my head, bullets damn near grazing my ass. Gives me a rush.
Time for the super fight.
Was that me talking?
That was Martin Lawrence. Nice. Way to try and steal a black man's thunder, Mike. Jeez.
Always.
Gosh. All right, what number you want?
4.
Fancy pants. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are a unicorn.
Automatically lose.
Stop it. And I am a pirate. A unicorn versus a pirate.
Hopefully I got like some help so I can
What attributes
use
do you... You're going to get like the Illuminati as your fucking sidekick or some bullshit.
That would be perfect because I need them right now because I'm a unicorn.
What do you need?
Actually, I'm going against you so I can actually still play because you believe in unicorns. Yes. Number 6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First of all, I don't believe in unicorns. You are armed with a super glue fire hose. That's decent.
Okay, except for I'm still a unicorn, so I can't use that.
I'm a pirate that throws burritos.
Okay.
I'm
just going to glue those.
Fuck! I swear to you, you've been watching me this whole time. Your next attribute is draw a new character card with one new attribute as your sidekick. It literally says sidekick. I've never seen it say that. Son of a bitch!
Yes, no imaginary unicorn.
And you get to pick a TV character as your fucking sidekick. Damn.
TV.
Bart Simpson. All right, hang on. Hang on a second. Let me see. Ah, fuck. Okay, I'm a pirate that throws burritos and is made of guacamole. I don't know how... These cards are sentient or something. All right, you're a unicorn armed with a super glue fire hose, and your sidekick is...
The Rock.
The Rock. and I'm a pirate that throws burritos and is made of guacamole. So,
has no chance.
hey, whoa, listen, bro. You started off with I'm a unicorn, I have no chance. Now you have your attributes, and now I have no chance. This is why.
Yes.
This is why we play the game.
So the Rock with the water hose that shoots super glue.
No. The unicorn is armed with a super glue fire hose.
Huh?
The unicorn is armed with a super glue fire hose.
Yes, but the Rock is my sidekick. So
side
he
clip?
can use
Is that a thing?
my
Maybe I've been
sidekick
doing it
that
wrong
can
all these
use
years.
my sidekick that can use my water hose.
It's not a water hose. It's a fire hose filled with super glue, which means that the glue has dried because a unicorn can't screw the fucking cap on and keep things proper. So that glue is stuck in the end. It's that fire hose is just weight at this point.
What?
I'm a pirate, bro. I throw burritos, so the Rock is distracted as shit. He's got to eat like 75 burritos.
How about
just
the Rock
for
just snatches the fire hose off the fire truck and hits you with the fire hose?
It's not a fire truck. It's not attached to a fire truck. It's attached to.
So what else is a fire hose attached to? If it's a fire hose, where else would you get a fire hose, brother? If it's not attached to a fire truck, sir?
A fire hydrant.
No, they attach them to the fire hydrant from the fire truck. Fire hydrants don't come with the hose, sir.
But it's detachable. It's a hose. It's movable.
Exactly. So he's gonna move it off the truck and hit you with it, pirate man. And all your little burritos.
Ship. I'm on my ship.
Matter of fact, you can't even throw burritos because you're made of guacamole. How are you throwing burritos, bro?
Bro, it's pre-made guacamole. It's like hard avocado. I'm rigid as fuck, bro. I got the onions.
You ain't
and
got arms no more.
Tomatoes are all the joints and ligaments, and I'm just
you're just gonna mush out,
avocado.
and the Rock is gonna come eat you with Cool Ranch Doritos, buddy.
Listen,
Cool Ranch Dorito you up off the ground because you're made of guacamole.
Avocados are from Mexico. They will kick your ass, bro. It's a pirate.
No,
First of all, you got to beat up a pirate. I don't care what he's made of. That and your Cool Ranch Doritos can suck.
The Rock can beat a pirate, especially one made up out of
We
guacamole.
throw burritos. So what I'm doing is I'm self-sacrificing slightly. I go, okay, I'm on the boat. I got the Rock. He's at this point by himself because the unicorn with the fire hose.
It's non-belief.
Yeah,
no,
so
we still have the fire hose.
No,
we don't have
because the unicorn is armed with the fire hose. So if you have the fire hose, that unicorn's got to be right by its side.
The unicorn ain't going nowhere. He's imaginary, so he's always there. Don't worry.
Listen, so
and he let the Rock borrow the fire hose.
He's coming after me,
buddy.
I am
whipping you with the fire hose,
dipping each burrito in my luscious self guacamole, and chucking them at him. This dude is so hungry all the time. He's got to keep consuming burritos. What he doesn't know is that you cannot eat guacamole flesh off a pirate because it's poisonous, motherfucker. So by the time you get to me with your super glue
with our hose, we already got the super glue hose, and we're not even using super glue, but it makes the hose extra hard. So when I hit you with it, it's like a ton of bricks, bro. You're gonna like ton of bricks getting hit by that fire hose because the whole thing is glued in. You don't stand a chance, bro.
I am the smartest man alive.
All right, bro. I'll give you that one because I had to kick my own ass last week. So basically, we did establish that The Rock pretty much wins everything, including the 2032 presidential election, by the way. I'm calling it.
32?
It's already been called. Dude, if he ends up running for president, which I think he will, I think he's going to wait until 2032, maybe, or whenever this whole Biden-Kamala thing's over, whether it be 4 or 8. And he's doing, it's the smartest campaign I've ever seen. He comes out with the show The Young Rock. The premise of the show is that he's running for president in 2032, and he's doing all these different interviews where he's airing dirty laundry about his past and how he grew up, and he kind of explains it. But he controls the entire narrative because it's his fucking show. It's the most brilliant thing, so that if he ever does run, all this shit that people are going to try and drudge up on him, he's going to go, oh yeah, watch season 4 of Young Rock.
Except for at that time, he no longer has the ability to control the narrative, bro. So
correct. That's why he's doing it now.
But he's giving everybody all the ammunition they need. Now they just have to dig deeper. And they can
100%.
find...
Bro, it worked in 8 Mile. Tell me something they don't know about me. What the fuck you gonna do? Nothing. And by the way, he could murder whoever he wanted that's president at the time and say, I'm running for president, and still win the popular vote.
And can we just say for the record that in the second round, Rabbit should have really lost, but it was a movie because he got trashed by what's his name?
In the second round. What the fuck are you talking about? You lost me.
An 8 Mile.
Oh, on 8 Mile.
You made an 8 Mile reference, bro.
I know, it was a reference. I didn't know we were still going there. All right.
I had to speak to it, man. Everybody talks about that movie. He really lost to Lotto in the second round. But okay.
Oh, yes. Yeah. He shouldn't have been in the final round. That was garbage. And by the way, nobody else gets played. Like, everybody else in that movie did amazing. Like, it wasn't just this fucking guy. I get it's his story, but everybody else did a really good fucking job.
Oh, man.
Well, whatever. That's kind of, speaking of nothing, driving around a lot. Obviously, like, with moving my sister and stuff, I had to fucking drive the U-Haul around because we got a big, giant truck. And, it's just one of those things. Which, by the way, like... So I was in a U-Haul truck. I didn't have all my shit with me, obviously. But I got to fill it up to return it. So I'm like, okay, well, if I'm getting out of my car, I should put a mask on. I don't have a mask. So if you were to take your shirt and pull it up over your head, does that count as a face mask? And does that violate the no shirt policy? I'm just saying, I am wearing a shirt. I am covering my face. Just because I'm doing it weird, does that still count?
It doesn't count, but depending on what store you go to, they might let you ride.
If it's AM PM, they let anybody in there.
Yeah, because I do that all the time. I forget, man. I take off my shirt, but I wear a t-shirt all the time, so I'm in there in a tank top and I just ride.
Yeah, not me. I just pumped my gas with my shirt over my head and then went about my way. Which is also reminds me of a hilarious story where my sister, when she first got, the sister that I ended up moving, that we moved, when she first got a credit card, was driving around, whatever, she went to put gas in her car. And she got to the gas station and it says, enter your zip code. So she asked the person that was filling up next to her what the zip code was in that city. That's my lovely sister.
And she probably didn't get no gas.
No, she did. She figured it out eventually. But
Oh.
Yeah, she was good. Or I think she may have just left and then filled up later or something like that. She was very confused at the moment, but she got out of it alive.
There you go. You live, you learn, baby.
Yeah, but I mean, so that was down in Orange County, which is probably like an hour and a half away, and then driving back and forth, moving all this crap. Dude, I am so impatient as a driver. Sometimes I'm cool. I'm easy breezy. I'm just going right along. But like my mentality, I'm like, listen, you're in a car. You got in a car today for a very specific reason. Why aren't you going where the fuck you got in the car for? Like, move, bitch. Get out the way. Let's go. I don't know. Are you impatient? But you're also, you seem like you're very, I don't know. Anytime we're driving together, I'm like, come on, motherfucker. You're like, hey, it's their day too. And I'm like, God, Mike, why you always got to be nice about it? Fuck.
So I'm very patient in general. But when it comes to driving, there are certain things that just piss me off. So I hate traffic, bro, especially on the highway. Because here's my thing. If we're all going in the same direction and we're all going at least 65 miles an hour, why are we not moving, Brendan? And then you get all the way up there, right? You get to a point where the traffic backs up, and there was no accident in any in between that point and where it opens up. There's nothing. So what were we all doing that it was traffic and now it's not?
Well, here's the thing. So that's how I used to think. So, and then I do understand that there are things up above, and then by the time you get there, maybe they're clear. Here's what I do not understand, though, is as soon as that bitch clears up, how is everybody not pedal to the fucking metal until you get to 65? Get to your freeway speed.
There's my second issue. Once we do get it clear, Everybody here was just sitting in that same traffic as me. Why are you not so eager to get to your destination as I am? Please explain to me, why are you not as eager as me, bro? I don't get it. Why? Because I'm absolutely eager, and I'm extra mad that I just had to sit in there 15 minutes of traffic.
100%.
That's my second thing while driving on the road. And the third thing I hate while driving on the road is extra nice drivers, bro. You cause accidents, extra nice drivers. I'm sorry, let me tell you, you cause accidents because here's what happens. Here you go trying to be nice, letting that person cross you over or go that way or make that turn. Or the person behind you don't think you should be that nice. That's why they end up rear-ending you and tapping you because you're supposed to be going. The rules of the road says you are supposed to be going. Go.
Oh,
Thank you.
I agree.
That is my soliloquy for today.
I 100% agree with that. But it's like where there's like where it cones down and then cones opens up, how people don't just hit it. I'm like, I get it. You don't want to just ruin your car by slamming the gas. Okay. This isn't a giant fucking on-ramp though from a stoplight. You have been cruising at 10, now 15, now 20.
15, 20.
Now you don't have to keep going that slow increment up to 65. You can accelerate that process by literally hitting the accelerator. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I also driving and shit. I was driving on the freeway, and considering that I consider most other drivers not good drivers or they're not paying attention or whatever the fuck, I would way rather drive next to a self-driving car like a Tesla or fucking a Google car or whatever than an actual person. Because I know that thing is reading the lanes, and like at least if it goes haywire, I'll take that 1 in a million chance it T-bones me on the freeway when I'm driving right next to it. But other than that, I'd way rather be driving next to a self-driving car than some fucking asshole that's texting nobody what
Man,
you want on your pizza.
6 years from now, it'll be hard to get in an accident, bro. Because all these new cars have those lane restrictions and stuff like that. That 6 years from now, the cars that don't have it will most likely be off the road.
That is not true.
Definitely, bro.
No, they're going to try and do it with some bullshit emission stuff, but with all of the cars that are already low emissions and all that kind of shit, it's just not going to... I don't know. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. And these nostalgic
No, what I'm saying,
cars,
I'm not saying it's going to be all the way. I'm saying like it's going to be like 1 in every 7 cars is not going to have lane restriction stuff in them. Like everybody else is, because keeping up with the Joneses is a thing. So most every 5 or 6, like people update their car fairly recently, which is why the car business stays.
And here's the other thing about that though. Everybody keeps up with the Joneses until the Joneses plateau, and then everybody goes retro. So it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, yeah, there's gonna be a lot more options for self-driving cars, but you're still gonna have people like me who are in that weird.
Well, not self-driving, just lane restriction. Like my car doesn't self-drive, but it'll restrict me if I try to. Like I can't switch a lane. Like it'll start shaking if I don't use my.
If you jerk the wheel, will it go?
Yeah. What?
If you jerk the wheel, okay. Well, then there's still people that are gonna do that. They're gonna resist the lane thing and go, no, I want to go.
But it will let them know that at least, okay, look, bro, like you shouldn't be going this way. So if you still go that way, then you just straight up caused the accident. Like, bro.
Mike, there are cancer warnings on cigarettes. People buy them every fucking day. I'm just telling you, it doesn't matter. People are going to do what the fuck they want. And good for them.
But that's also because they've been smoking them for 20 years and still haven't caught cancer. There's a whole difference than getting in the accident and still keep trying to get in the accident. Like, those are two different things, bro.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that driver's license tests should be harder, more difficult to pass?
It depends on which one. I felt like mine was pretty hard. It made you do everything that you had to do. I don't know how much more complicated they can get. Like you have to drive on the highway, you got to switch lanes.
I know, but I'm saying make the test more difficult.
I think you should have to do it 3 times though.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah, because I mean,
I think
it should be three different testers.
You know what might not be a bad idea is have the DMV have a car. They make a deal with fucking whoever, Ford or whatever. American domestic, blah blah blah, and they just get a ton of Ford Fusions or whatever, and those are the cars that you take your test in. Because here's the thing. You can be comfortable as shit in your car. That doesn't really gauge how well you do on the road with other people. That goes, I know this situation, that's fine. But I want to see how someone drives out of their comfort zone. Test them on that. You know, and, you know, it's obviously you get a new car, it's going to be some time to figure it out, get used to it. But overall, driving is driving. Like, you should know when to signal, when to move, when to not. And if you fucking signal and it takes you more than 10 seconds to get over when it's clear, I will go around you and hate you for the rest of my life. That's just how it goes. I don't know. But anyway, transitioning to shit that doesn't make sense. Julio Cesar Chavez is fighting Anderson Silva in an exhibition boxing match.
Julio Cesar Chavez or Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.?
Junior.
I'm about to say, because of his daddy, I think his daddy like dead, bro.
Yeah, no, Junior. The one that you're thinking about.
Okay.
He's going to fight Anderson Silva in an exhibition boxing match.
Anderson Silva's not dead?
No. Dude, at the time.
Like, how old is he? Like, how old?
He's in his 40s.
Yeah. And Julio Cesar Chavez might be like, what, 26, 27?
No.
Like,
I don't know. You are bashing your mic. I cannot. I can't even hear you.
I'm not touching. I'm not
now
doing
you're
anything.
Good.
Now.
Maybe it's your little feet. You're just so happy you're tapping all the time.
I'm not tapping my feet. I did tap my
all
fingers.
Right. Well, I won't yell at you again, Mike, but it had to be.
No, you're good. You're good, bro. I told you if I'm doing it, let me know.
I know.
I will zone out,
but
especially
it's
today.
Like all these fucking. I like what Tyson did with Roy Jones Jr. You know, they're doing a Legends League, whatever. But they're doing other shit. Like, other guys are trying to get involved, but they're not doing it in the Legends League. Like, Holyfield is fighting Kevin McBride, who is the last guy that Tyson fought, in his heyday. So it's like it's a money grab, but it's like, look, there's over 1 million pay-per-view buys on the Tyson.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Start going to sleep. You
Am
start talking about
you?
Evander Holyfield. Talking about Evander Holyfield fighting should bore the world.
It does. That's what I'm saying. Why are we fucking watching?
He should be barred from fighting. Who's watching? I didn't even know he was fighting. This is something that you brought to the table because I had no clue.
Because it doesn't make sense. I don't want to see all these guys go down like.
Why? Who okayed this? Who's sanctioning this? Where is this fight happening, Brendan?
I don't know. I didn't look into it any further than the headline because I thought it was fucking stupid.
Well, I'm going to look into it now because I'm going to write them and tell them this is not okay. He has kids. They should be against this.
Well, Kevin McBride's also old as fuck, too. I don't know. I kind of liked what they did with Tyson because it's nice to see somebody like that back in action. But
Tyson,
but that was Tyson. You can't just keep doing it on a sliding scale and expect it to be as good.
But the one thing you can understand about why Tyson is still, even though he's crazy, he's still somewhat mentally competent. Because Tyson never got his bell rung a lot as
That's
a
what I'm
boxer.
saying.
Tyson wasn't in no brawls or no 12-round slugfest where he would just get his face beat in. He lost a couple times and those people knocked him out. Otherwise, he was in there trying to slobber knock dudes.
Dude,
and that's it.
So not this weekend, but other than that, I've been working out pretty consistently, and I don't know if you caught it, Mike, but fucking May, the pain is coming. So May is going to be crazy workout stuff. So I'm kind of like just starting to break myself in, really like, okay, this is going to be hard. Let's not start from scratch. So when I'm doing just like regular shit, whatever, I'll put on like MMA highlights in the background or like Mike Tyson highlights. And sometimes I like stop myself and I'm like, dude, on his near misses, you're like, that would have killed him if that connected. And I'm so glad. Like, I had to stop watching the Tyson ones and only stick to MMA because I like kept going, oh, okay. And then
that's why Roy Jones pulled out because he understood, like, bro, I don't even want to accidentally get hit with one of those.
But it's like, yeah, like even the ones that knock people out, you're like, he kind of barely caught him on that one. Or it was half deflected, and he still was lights out before he hit the canvas. On some of those misses where he reaches from his back pocket, you're like, oh my God! Oh, okay. He missed. He ducked. He's okay.
Yeah, no, dude, like Tyson was crazy.
The craziest. So, staying in the sports lane, did you catch any of the Masters by chance?
I definitely caught the Masters, but
I only caught Sunday because that's all that mattered
it's a false
to me.
narrative.
What?
He's not the first Japanese Asian American to win the Masters. Tiger is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been saying he's the first all this all weekend. He's not.
I don't know if they want
Tiger
to go,
is.
if they want to go down the purebred route. I don't think that's a very good route to go, but not to say it hasn't been done in the past.
It definitely has.
But I actually cashed in on Mr. Matsuyama. So, yeah, so kind of in like the major tournaments for golf, what I'll usually do, because I like gambling, I'll gamble on anything. I've gambled on NASCAR at brunch before, bro. But
Yeah, I'm on WNBA.
yeah. So what I do is for the majors, usually I'll pick like anywhere from 4 to 6 golfers. Kind of like if I'm doing like a trifecta in a horse race, like I'm picking an extra horse. If I got a trifecta for 3 horses, I'm picking 4. So for the a major, I usually pick 4, like what would be considered a group, and then maybe I'll go 1 or 2 more if I wasn't sure or didn't have a good feeling about it. So that's what I did with this one. Matsuyama came in at 60 to 1. He was my long shot, so that was nice. Of course, like every bet that I win, I wish I put more on it, but hey, 60 to 1 is 60 to 1, even on $1. It was more than $1, but $1 is good. So that was fun. But now that we're ramping up into NBA playoff season, that's where I gotta figure out where I'm moving my money and who I'm staking my claims on, because Jamal Murray went down, so Denver's
and
fucking.
they signed Austin Rivers today.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's gonna do it.
So the Denver card is out. I think they were at like 8.5 to 1 last week or something like that. Now they're probably at like 20 to 1 to win.
NBA it's hard. I mean, if you can bet to get to the finals, you can probably take to win the championship. Ain't no long shot. Listen, take whatever odds Brooklyn give you and just take your winnings.
I think they are at plus 120. So you put down 100, you get $20.
There you go.
I mean, it is
the money that can be won.
Sometimes it is what it is, and then every now and again you see on I see these headlines that's like, gambler loses $100,000 on whatever the live betting is. Like, there's no way this team can lose the game, and then they drop like $100,000 to win like 5, and they ended up losing.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. I want to stay away from that shit.
No, I hate the live bet, man. You feel like you got one like in the bag and then it flips on your ass. You be like,
that's why they do it. But with the NBA's playoffs coming up, it's very hard to gauge besides the Nets. Like, and by the way, I don't think the Nets have it in the bag by any means.
okay, well then bet your money against them.
I will. I'm just deciding who. But that's part of this.
You really don't think the Nets are going to win it? Then
no, I'm not saying I don't think
Philly.
they're gonna. I'm not saying I don't think they're gonna win. I just can see a scenario where they lose.
Philly in the West. I don't know how healthy AD is. If AD is healthy, I know Bron's going to come back healthy. He's a machine. I mean, how do you not like the Lakers? Even though I like Utah, I just don't think I don't know.
Yeah, and their odds aren't that good. They're only at like.
And I like the Clippers.
Yeah, see, I don't think they have it all together yet. I think if they don't pull it together by next year, then there's going to be some serious fucking issues.
All I know is it's all about what matchup they get. If they get the Laker matchup, they can win because they get up for that matchup. It's about getting to the Lakers is the problem.
Right. Dude, honestly, I think the Bucks would give them a huge, huge problem.
You think the Bucks would give who a problem?
Anybody.
Giannis has already shown his playoff pedigree. It's just not there, bro.
I know. I just think that they're the way. I don't know. I just think that they're weird enough to where they could throw off just, somebody who, like those live bets where you're like, there's no way, they're going to win. And then it's like, oh, shit, here they are. Yeah. Next round.
When it comes to Milwaukee, they have to prove it for me, man. I've had the best team 2 years in a row, and then if you got the second round, like, I don't believe in you anymore.
That's kind of what I'm banking on, though, because I want those odds to get better.
I mean, they have a good team. Don't get me wrong. I just don't believe in their stars, man. Look, at the end of the day, playoffs is about the stars.
That's true. That's
which is why I like
true.
Philly's chances, because Embiid is showing out this year, bro.
Well, yeah, he is, and he's such a character, which is one of the reasons why I love him. But you don't know if he's gonna be able to lock it down and get serious when they need him to. You know, I don't know.
We'll see.
He's flying high, but when he gets a tough matchup and somebody beats him down here's the thing is, for more than one game in a row, you got to face that dude a couple of times. I want to see if he can mentally, struggle against somebody and overcome. Because in the past, it's like he's gone on a good run, then he has a couple of bad games, and it's like, I'm Eeyore for the next 2 weeks, and then I'll try and get my energy back up, and now I'm good again. It's like one of those things where I think it's just because he's young,
Yeah.
But if he can carry it through, then fucking let's carry it through.
Yeah, no, he's been putting on.
So, since this is a booger, toilet, overeating heavy episode already, I had a candy bar that was called...
World, just so y'all know, World, this was Brendan.
It's called Tony Chocolonely. Okay? And I'm like, whatever.
Oh, lonely. I thought it said Tony Chocolonely.
Lonely. Tony Chocolonely. So I'm like, whatever. It's a candy bar. The wrapping was cool, so that's why we got it. I got it. So I open it up, and on the inside, there's a whole fucking thing. It's like a whole panel about cocoa farmers and how the market, they're being underpaid, and they're basically slaves, and like the way that the cocoa's routed through Africa, they're using child labor and things like that from like a bunch of different sources. And they're like, I was like, why? I had no idea this was chocolate. I thought it was just like, it was sea salt caramel. I'm like, this is good. What is all this information?
Shout out to Tony Chocolonely.
Yeah, hey, they put it out there. So I'm like, all right. So then I started looking into it. And I'm like, okay, so I'm looking into all that kind of stuff. I'm like, all right, Tony Chocolonely, I will start maybe looking into where that cocoa comes from. Probably not right away, maybe down the line, but I'll be a little more conscious of it.
As soon as I get off this, I'm going to go look into it now. I didn't know that that's what that meant.
Yeah, that's what that is. But that also kind of got me thinking of like, okay, these are, cocoa farmers and, child labor, like it's cocoa. So they're considering that slave labor. It's the child labor, it absolutely is. But that got me thinking about, and I know it's a touchy subject, but whatever, like slaves and reparations and stuff. Do you think that certain reparations should equal the crime or like fit the cultural type? Like
crime?
Yeah. Like,
reparations,
all right, like,
and crime?
I don't know. Like, should all these kids, like, once we stop this cocoa slave it's not a pandemic. What is it? I don't know. Awful shit. Can those kids eat chocolate for free for the rest of their life?
I think they need a little bit more than chocolate.
I know, but I'm saying, like, let's get the ball rolling on something.
Well, yeah, I mean, fair reparations, it depends on who it is and what you are. Like, slaves probably deserve a certain amount. I mean, it was 400 years of that, but then you have
you got a ton of people who've been oppressed and enslaved over the course of history, but like we're kind of at a point. I can't
think of it. What's the Jewish community? They had this situation with Hitler, so they were enslaved and stuff. Was that Jewish or?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I don't be forgetting stuff. So I mean,
Hitler hated plenty of people, but it was mainly them.
Okay. Yeah, like I'm sure if people from that era are still alive, they definitely deserve some type of reparations.
But I'm saying, like, we're kind of at the point where
how much I can never tell you what the number was.
Yeah, like how could you give somebody something where you can't put a price on it? So,
exactly, because the prices have changed. Like at that time, it was like, oh, free. I'm giving 40. As far as my people, giving 40 acres and more. Well, you give somebody the amount of 40 acres right now, and they go from probably being filthy poor to rich. Like 40 acres costs a lot of money right now, and who knows where you can get a mule from. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, but I'm just saying, like, so who knows what the equal amount is right now? Because you can't give them with 40 acres equal back then, because then that's pennies.
But even so, like, was that fair for the time?
Was that fair value? No, but that was literally written. So I mean, you could literally find a reason. You can literally say, okay, we're standing on this because that was written. But then
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking of something that could be like an immediate change while we're still working on all the other bullshit.
Certain states and cities have started giving reparations, and the mountains are just different from place to place. Yeah. But yes, there are cities in Illinois, I believe, who have started giving reparations, and cities in North Carolina.
That's good.
The number that they see fit, they're giving to.
It's definitely just like, I don't want it to come off as insulting, but out of the gate, like, all right, what if Irish people never had to pay for baked potatoes anymore? We just get baked potatoes whenever we want. Is that that's not a bad thing. What if you never had to pay for a Q-tip ever again? Would you be happy about that? It's not exactly reparations, but...
I don't use Q-tips, Brennan.
You don't use Q-tips?
No.
Why not?
What I need a Q-tip for? I was always told never put anything in your ears, bro.
Oh, my God. Mike. The next time I see you, we're cleaning out your ears.
Man, you are not touching my ears, buddy.
Oh, no, I want to do the weird shit, too. The one where you, like, lay your head on a towel and you burn it out, and then there's a bunch of fucking ash that just drips out of your head. You've never used a Q-tip?
Never gonna happen.
Oh,
I used them when I was younger.
I'm going to chloroform you and clean the shit out of your ears the next time
you're here. They said you push more stuff in than you dig out. I'm not messing up nothing, bro. I don't mess with my ears. Dude, I learned at a young age, the only thing you stick in your ear is your elbow. And guess what? My elbow can't get there.
Do you not even do like a tissue on the end of your finger, like wipe the edge?
No, I don't do nothing.
Dude, I'm gonna next time you come out or next time I go see you, I'm be like, Mike, does this smell like chloroform to you? And I'm fucking cleaning your ears. I'm gonna do a whole thing.
It ain't never happening, buddy.
It's gonna be fantastic. Oh, whatever. Fine. I'll figure something out.
Do Irish people really like baked potatoes that much, though?
No, not really. But I just figured that's one of those things. You don't like Q-tip. I don't know.
Like corned beef hash and cabbage for the rest of your life for free?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I'm just saying anything.
I'm just thinking more like baked potatoes. I could use those as like foot warmers. Like there are other shit I could use that for. but like you associate Irish people with potatoes. So fine,
I didn't.
Give me potatoes. I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like people who've been oppressed.
Idaho people with potatoes.
That's because you're racist against people from Iowa.
Idaho, man. Idaho potatoes.
I said Iowa because you don't like corn as much as potatoes.
Actually, corn is pretty good for you.
Yeah, except you get the little nibblies in the stool, and that's always just weird.
That's the best part for you, though, because they help clean your system up. That's why they don't digest.
Did you know? That's. Did you ever see Blank Man?
Yes.
Was that the one where he could hear the girl in the toilet? Like he was finding out his sense? No, Blank Man was Damon Wayans?
Blank Man didn't. Yeah, he didn't really have any sense.
What was the one with Marlon Wayans where he got all the like he could see far and hear whatever? I don't know. There was a scene where he could overhear into the women's bathroom and the woman was like, "I don't remember eating corn today." Oh well, obviously it's not Blank Man, but what have you been watching lately? Anything good?
No, nothing good. Nothing good. Whole bunch of mock draft stuff, man. I'm getting ready for the draft. Let's go, Cowboys. I keep hearing Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts. What? Hey, if we add Kyle Pitts to this offense, this might be the most prolific offense in NFL history. If we were to add Kyle Pitts.
Oh, God. Come on. Get your head out of your own ass. The most prolific.
We'd average about 40 a game, Brendan, really. Kyle Pitts with the three
receivers. What about the greatest show on turf?
They didn't average 40, and in the playoff they got shut down. They didn't have a mobile quarterback like Dak. Like that's a whole different dimension that we bring to the table. Dak's mobility.
When was the last time Dak ran? When was the last time Dak
when
ran?
He got injured, bro.
Oh, okay. So we don't know yet. We don't know yet is what you're saying.
Brendan, you're disrespectful. You're just disrespectful.
I'm not disrespectful. I'm just saying we don't know yet. If I was being disrespectful, I'd say I don't think he's going to be shit this year, Mike. And he's going to be the 13th best quarterback and get injured and be out for 4 weeks.
What else have I been watching, man? That's about it.
All right. Well, I started watching on Netflix This Is a Robbery, which is about a museum art heist in Boston in 1990. And it was like the biggest art heist of all time, I think, or the biggest one in America or some shit. It's pretty interesting. I've only got through the first episode. I'm super hooked. They're doing it right, man. It's a limited series. They're an hour long. There's 4 episodes. That's my kind of show.
Boston has the best thieves, man. So yeah, that's why the town was so good.
The town was so good. I was thinking of that too. I also think they did a drunk history on this. This Is a Robbery. So I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen the drunk history about this, but let me watch the regular show, and then maybe I'll go rewatch and see if anything crosses over. But I've also noticed, like on the Netflix accounts and stuff, like at this point, Pandora, whatever it is, like everything's so cluttered with everybody watching. So I think like, you can just create new profiles, right? So I'm just going to start creating new profiles on like Pandora, Spotify, wherever else you can find the Black Irish Podcast, Netflix, Amazon, whatever. And it's going to be like, okay, this is the dark one. This is for murder shows and mysteries and all that kind of shit. This one is for comedy. This one is for whatever. But I'm being bombarded with all kinds of crazy shit. And I'm like, I know exactly what I want to watch. Why can't I find it? So I'm going to go back and reset. And then especially with like the music services, dude, it's like if you like a song once when you first got Pandora, that's on your fucking Pandora forever, bro. Until you figure out, don't like stuff. And, if you skip a song, they're never going to play it again. It's like, dude, I just need a full reset. And I'm going to do like a rock station, a metal, a rap, a hip hop. I'm just going to, you can make as many fucking email addresses as you want. Just write them down so you remember and do your thing. That's my suggestion. But
suggestion?
What? My suggestion, what? Is awesome?
It's whack.
It is whack, probably. I don't know. It's just, that's the way my brain works, man. I'm like, fuck, I've been an idiot this whole time? Maybe other people were. Nope, turns out just me. Everybody else knew that already. But we had our playlist last week. Big Daddy Kane and Millencolin. That was a fucking jammer. That was a hit. And this week, for whatever reason, it just kind of feels like the week started off well, but it's kind of taken a weird fucking turn in the middle of the week. So I'm doing a feeling good playlist. We're going to fucking kick the rest of this week in the ass. We're going to end on a good note. So I'm just doing a feeling good playlist. It's going to be random. Bunch of different shit. But I've already started going on it. And I'm already in a better mood for it. So
I leave the door open because they've been like 3 weeks running top of the Billboard chart. So
leave the door open?
Yeah, so I think I know that song by heart now.
Is it good or is it annoying?
Okay. But number 2 on the Billboard charts I couldn't listen to this week because it's Lil Nas X and I don't support that guy.
Ooh, what happened there?
I don't know, man. He wanted to drop devil shoes or some shit. I'm not into that weird type of shit. Like with blood in them and some weirdo shit. Leave me out of that shit.
Oh, you're
nothing against him personally.
I know. I just love the fact that that's why you write him off, and that's why I love you so much. Oh, you're the best. Well, hey, so the knowledge for this week is not knowledge at all. It's one of those things. It was just an observation, and it was that I realized why, adults tell their children not to say like poop and fart and pee and stuff when they're little. It's not because it's embarrassing. It's because once you start, you never stop. It's hilarious to talk about farts. It goes on forever. So I came to the realization that it's not to actually be polite. It's because it's one of those things like masturbation. Once you start, you're never going to stop.
Got you. And knowledge for the week is, and my knowledge for the week is, man, I've run it before. I'm gonna run it back just because things are going on. Love those around you, man. You got people in your life you love. Make sure you tell them, give them their flowers while they're here, and tell the people around you in your life that you love them.
I love
and
you.
Fuck
Mike.
cancer. I love you too, Brennan. And fuck cancer.
Yeah, cancer
there
sucks.
You go.
Well, on that note, us over here at the Black Irish Podcast, we are one of 100 million sperm trying to impregnate the internet. So, help us out, man. Do us a favor. Give us a share. Give us a rating. Give us a review. Surprisingly, they do make a huge difference. So we're going to start asking for them. We haven't really pushed it before in the past, but it's actually, we're getting some momentum, and it does help. So, do us a favor. You're already this far. Just click subscribe and share it with somebody. On that note, with all the poop and garbage talk,
What's your booty, son?
have a good week, guys.